Alright, the infinite money glitch, part 1. Don't ask why part 2 is before part 1. That's not important. Enjoy the view. Like and subscribe. Just stay focused. Yes, this is real. Yes, this is legal. Infinite money glitch. How you can basically always have infinite money. Before we get into all the nitty gritty, all the details of it, I gotta explain to you what I mean by infinite money glitch, how it's possible, why it's, because y'all not gonna believe me if I just say, yo, you can always have money. Money's not real. This is not fraud. This is not nothing illegal. It's not a scam. It's not like it's nothing. It's none of that. It's literally just always having money. So when I say infinite money glitch, right, I don't mean you just snap your fingers and spawn $1 billion next to you. If that was possible, anybody would have done that a long time ago, right? Now it is possible to make millions and millions of dollars, but it takes time. It takes a little bit. You're not gonna become a millionaire overnight. Almost nobody does. Not even pro athletes. They practice their craft for years and years and years. Entertainers, actors, they didn't do it overnight. So don't think or expect that you're going to do it overnight. But what I can tell you is if you follow this method, I'd say give it like a year, not zero for a year. Like you'll have money after 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, whatever. But give it like a full year, maybe even a year and 3 months. And then at that point, it'll just be like free money, swipe, 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 free money. Like it'll be like that, but over time you'll be building up more and more and more and more free money. Now I will say that I don't think this is the best method in the world. I call this like the young man infinite money glitch, like the 18 to 25-year-old infinite money glitch. This is best for people that are kind of, the reason I say people in that age range, because this is best for people who are kind of living their life and cool with living their life how they're living it. Like you're a college student or you're working a job and you have a roommate or don't have a roommate. You live like how most young people live. Like you live, you're cool with your job, you're cool with hanging out with your friends. You want to go on a vacation every now and then, or you want to buy a nice car, or you want to do this. You want to basically be able to live a normal life, but have money never be an issue. So if anything ever comes up, yo, we want to go on a trip here. We're going fucking snowboarding. We're going jet skiing. We're gonna go to Jamaica for a week. If anything like that comes up, you can just be like, all right, cool, boom. And anytime you want to go out to dinner, go out on a date, go out and you just want to pay for something, you will always have money. And this doesn't mean, oh, you're just saying like you have an extra $500,000. No, it's way more than that. But if you do it responsibly, you won't be burning the cash, right? You'll be able to responsibly use extra money, responsibly use thousands or if not thousands of dollars that you don't have every week, every month, right? That's basically what I mean by infinite money. Now, like this isn't not gonna make you a millionaire, but it's gonna give you a well of money that you can pull from whenever you want to. So anyway, let's get to the method. I'm gonna say what the method is, then I'm gonna explain how. So watch the full video. Just stay focused, like and subscribe. The method, the infinite money glitch part 1. The actual method is credit. Credit, credit, credit. Fix your credit. Everything is credit. Credit's the most important thing in the world. Fix your credit. It will change your life. But it's not just credit. Like, I have a credit card. I don't have infinite money. Like, I have 2 credit cards. I don't have infinite money. Like, what the fuck is this guy talking about? I'm going to explain how to turn credit into infinite money. Very possible. So, step 1, if you don't have credit or if you have bad credit, people are going to tell you, oh, you have a low credit score. You shouldn't be applying for no credit cards. That's not true. You shouldn't be trying to apply for a lot of credit cards, but there's certain cards and certain companies you should build relationships with, or you should certain cards you could still get without having a 700 credit score. That's just facts. But a lot of people are not going to tell you that. They're not going to tell you that you can get high limit credit cards with a score lower than 680, even though you can't. You can get $5,000, $10,000 cards with a score under 680. Nobody's going to tell you that but me. But anyway, so step 1, if you don't have credit or if you have bad credit, you want to start working on your credit and rebuilding your credit. I got old videos on how to do that. Basically, try to get the bad shit off your credit, start putting good shit on your credit. If you don't know what I mean by that, go watch my other videos. I explain it in detail. Anyway, you want to go with credit unions, ideally. Navy Federal, DCU, PenFed, NASA FCU, fucking, there's a lot of credit unions. Look up local credit unions in your city. There's a lot of ways to find credit. You can Google credit unions near me. Like, you can find credit unions. They tend to give out higher limits, but if you can't get with credit unions, sometimes they're a little about you joining. Sometimes you got to join a foundation. You got to pledge a donation, $5, $10, $20, whatever it is. Sometimes they just won't let you in, right? Cool. Then you're gonna have to go to the big banks, and going to the big banks is what some people will tell you not to do. But you can go to Chase with a mid 600 credit score and get 10 bands. That's what I advise you do. You can go to some of these banks, like Bank of America might throw you a card with a couple thousand on it. You can go to some of these big banks and still get cards. And the thing with credit cards, like I explained in my video about how to apply for credit cards, is you only want to apply every 3 months, right? So let's say you got with Navy Federal to start with. You built a relationship with them. Or after 3 months, they gave you a few $100s on the credit card. Let's say you started secured, gave you about 200, put 200 on it. 3 months in, they give you about 500-600. If you've built your credit profile decently, and then you have that card reported for a few months, another thing I would say start off with is something like Credit AI, which isn't a real credit card, but it mimics one for the purposes of your credit report, just to have like 2 credit card accounts kind of reporting on your profile. After a few months, you should be able to go to a bigger bank and get a better card, especially if you don't have bullshit and your score is not bad. If it is bad, it might take 6 months, but then you go to somewhere like Chase. I say Chase specifically is the way, because if you have a mid 600 credit score with a really good credit profile, they will pre-approve you for a $10,000 card right now. Chase pre-approval tool, it's up right now. Go look. If you have a healthy credit profile, and I explain what that is in some of my other videos, a healthy credit profile, on-time payments, and then especially if you don't have derogatories, because they can pre-approve you even if you do, but if you really don't have negatives, then they will throw you $10K, and then after 6 months, that Navy Federal card will go from $500 to $2K. So now you got $12,000. Feel free to use this $12,000 as you see fit. Be weary of your utilization. You don't want to max the cards out, because then you'll look away. But let's say you are using, not maxing them out, but let's say you're using 30-40% of the cards. Looks kind of bad, right? And then again, every 3 months you're going to apply for more credit cards, right? So let's say you're getting around to that 3-month mark, and you're like, damn, I've been kind of using my credit cards a lot. Damn, it's about time that I want to apply for more. But then your utilization's high, your score's a little lower. You can go for an authorized user trade line. So there's websites you can go to buy an AU trade line. There's like Trade Line Supply. There's a few of them. Some of them take credit cards, some of them don't. But even if they don't, it's very easy to get the money off a credit card. So you will have to pay a few $100s to do this, to do the AU trade line. Add it to your account. It'll add extra credit limit to your account and extra age to your account, so it'll boost your score back up. So by the time it's time to apply for more credit cards, you do that. And when you're applying for credit cards, I'm pretty sure I've said this, but I don't know, maybe I didn't. You want to apply for multiple cards, right? So do your due diligence, do your research. Go back to Chase for sure, because if they gave you 10 bands, 3 months later they'll give you another card. They will give you 10 bands. They will match it. They've already trusted you with 10 bands, and you didn't completely fucking burn them, so they will give you 10 more. But also find the other banks. Find which banks pull from which credit bureau, right? So at the very least, you get 6 credit cards at once. Let's say they all give you 5. You got 2 10K cards. Let's say the other cards give you 5K each. 6 times 5, that's 30 bands. So now you have an extra $30,000 to pull from. You only got 2 inquiries, 2 from each credit bureau. Boom, boom, boom. And then before that, you had 1 TransUnion, 1 Experian. You have like 3 inquiries total. You're chilling. And you have, let's say you just got 30, and then plus the 5 or the 7 you already had. So you have $37,000 in credit. You spend on these credit cards, and all your expenses, everything you do is going to go on a credit card. When you go to the store and buy a bag of chips and a cigarette, that's going on a credit card. When you buy coffee at Starbucks, that's going on a credit card. If it was me, I would advise only living somewhere that allows you to pay rent on a credit card. And if you can't find anybody anywhere, I would go on like Airbnb and do long stays. Stay somewhere for a year, 6 months, 9 months, and they will take credit card. And if you're doing it with Chase, Chase offers something called pay over time. There's probably other credit card companies that do this. I'm familiar with the one that Chase does, which means you do a big payment over 100, but use it for like rent, like 2,000, 3,000. Instead of like saying you better pay this back in 30 days and then we're gonna charge you fat ass interest, they say, hey, you can pay it back over a longer term, 6 months, 12 months, whatever, at a way lower interest rate. So you'll pay like an extra $100 or $200, but you get 6 months to pay that back. and you won't have to pay the interest on it. Like the interest won't just start immediately like it normally would. After not paying it for 30 days. So you can do that. You can have a bunch of those payments at the same time. So it's basically like the credit that you used is gone. It's not like, oh, I can just keep buying shit. My credit limit's never gonna, or my available credit's never gonna go down. It's gonna go down, but you can pay it back over time, which is still useful, because you don't have to rush to pay it back, right? Let's say you spend $3,000 out of your $10,000 limit, and then it's like, damn, it's gonna take me a few months to. I'm still working a job. It's gonna take me a few months to pay that back. Cool. So take your few months to pay that back, and when it's time to apply for more credit cards 3 months later, you're like, damn, I haven't fully paid that off. You just get a trade line or balance transfer from another card if you have a card that has lower utilization. Let's say you have a card that you haven't even used all month, right? Remember, you got $37,000. Let's say you have a card you haven't used all month with 5,000 on it. This one is you've used 3,000. Take that card, take some of the balance, take the $3,000 balance and transfer it to that card or to a couple of different cards, right? And spread it around. So now you have low utilization on every card. So you didn't even pay this shit off. You just moved the money around. Or you can get an AU trade line again. That's going to cost you a few $100s. And then, again, that'll artificially lower your utilization and inflate your score a little bit. And then, like I said, it's been 3 months. For the cards that you had 3 months before that, you can go for credit limit increases on those. So hit them up like, yo, can you increase my credit limit? It's been 6 months. They'll probably do it. Then you apply for more cards. Let's say you get 6 more. You got $37,000 in available credit. You've got multiple cards with 10K limits, multiple cards 5K or more. So let's say you get 6 more cards and they all average around. Let's say they average about $7,000. 7 times 6 is what? $42,000 that you just got on top of the $37,000 that you just had. So now you got close to $80,000 in credit cards. You're still living your regular life, still working a job, but you can always, once you get up to this high, like 80K, you can just kind of spend the money whenever you want, pay it back at your own pace. Again, you don't want to get into the interest trap, so make sure you're either paying over time or you're balance transferring so one card isn't run all the way up, or you're just spending across the board. Like, use this card sometimes, this card sometimes, this card sometimes. And yeah, if you don't care at this point, once you're at 80K, once you get to like 100K, if you don't really give a shit about having good credit anymore, like, because you have so much available credit, like you have $100,000 in credit cards, if you don't care, you can just use it like it's free money. Eventually that will catch up to you, which is why I don't love this method. But I think if you're young and you're just living your life, I think it's cool to just have a way to have extra free money. It's just a well of, and remember, like I said, every 3 months you can get more credit cards. Every 6 months you can ask for credit limit increases. So that that well of money is going to keep getting deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. Like, you're just going to always have more to pull from. But again, if you're using the money and not paying it back, then it's going to bite you in the ass one day, which is why I like the Infinite Money Glitch Part 2, because you still get access to this type of money. You can really get it faster, and it won't affect you negatively if you blow the money up. And I explained what that means in that video. But yeah, man, Infinite Money Glitch, credit. Just get you some credit cards, get you some high limit credit cards, get them fast. And then once you have 10, 20, 30K in credit cards, put all of your expenses on credit cards. Like, don't use your debit card for shit. The only thing you'll use your debit card and checking account for is paying off those cards. So you never lose money out of pocket. Worst case scenario, you fuck your credit up and you get a collection on your report. But worst case scenario, you do not go broke, because you only spend your money to pay off the cards when you want to do that. And you choose what day of the week, so you know you're paying off the right statements at the right time. So if you do this correctly, it's literally infinite money. This is what the rich have been doing forever. This is not a new thing. It's something that I didn't know about, that a lot of young people, a lot of people of color just aren't put on to. Like, they didn't put us on game. But yeah, this is real. Like, this is part of why people say money's not real. There's a lot of reasons people say money's not real. They just print money. There's a lot of it. But, man, you get credit, you can do whatever you want. So, anyway, that's all I got today. I'm going to get out of here. Y'all stay safe. Just stay focused. Go get rich. Go live somewhere like this beautiful scenery in the background. This content is designed to get your life right. Y'all have a good one.